Welcome to a quick deep dive on how AI can totally change the way you make content right now. We are especially focusing on turning those long videos or talks into snackable clips for your social media feeds. I'm going to walk you through 5 practical ways creators are leveraging this technology today. We'll cover what works well, what common stumbling blocks pop up, and where a tool like Vizard fits in to actually help you win back massive amounts of time and get better results. Think of this as a friendly walkthrough from someone who genuinely nerds out on these tools, but absolutely hates wasting even a single unnecessary minute. First up is the classic approach. You record your full episode or talk the normal way. Then you hand all that raw footage over to an AI for the heavy lifting in editing and post-production. Tools like Descript pioneered this excellent workflow by automatically transcribing all of your audio. You literally edit the resulting text document to easily cut out those pesky ums and awkward pauses or even whole forgotten sections. This process is such an incredible time saver for anyone who has ever edited their own voice. The specialized cleanup features can remove all those filler words you didn't even realize you were saying. Studio quality sound tools can also magically fix noisy rooms or improve old, rough phone interview recordings. They even boast overdub or voice clone features so you can fix a single wrong word without ever needing to re-record an entire sentence. This particular route is absolutely perfect if you still deeply want your authentic voice guiding the content. But the major upside is that you completely avoid spending countless hours on the meticulous editing process. For many dedicated podcasters and video creators, this offers the very best balance between keeping the vibe and losing all the editing friction. The chief downside is that it remains a multi-step workflow. You record, you transcribe, you edit, you export, and then you manually chop up clips for every single social platform. If you are attempting to post daily or scale a major repurposing strategy, that necessary extra bit of work truly starts to add up quickly. Also, those exported clips often need precise resizing and reframing for vertical formats like Reels or Shorts. And let's be real, not every single editor perfectly automates that crucial vertical formatting step for you. Moving on to the second method, fully automated episode generation, which is the crazy fast option. You simply feed in a single prompt or some basic source notes, and tools will instantly spit out a whole finished episode. This can even include generated voices, background sound beds, and surprisingly, multi-host conversations. It is truly wild technology if you want a faceless, evergreen daily audio feed that maintains extreme consistency. But here is where we hit the critical rub. Automated voices still really struggle with complex accents and truly natural inflections. You will get content published incredibly fast, but it can sometimes sound a bit generic unless you invest heavily in advanced voice cloning. And because the content is generated entirely by AI from scratch, it can easily drift away from your established brand tone unless you lock down your prompts very carefully. This is a great option for very low-cost, high-volume experiments, though it might not always foster deep audience connection. Now for the third approach, converting existing documents, transcripts, or long-form content into audio or conversational episodes. Tools like Google's Notebook LM will take a dense PDF, slides, or a long article and turn it into a short listenable walkthrough. That capability is absolutely brilliant when you have dry, dense training material and you need to make it easily digestible by listening. For example, you can upload a whole product specification or a crucial company memo and let the AI narrate a 2 to 10 minute explainer video. It's a neat, low-effort way to repurpose material you've already created without recording a single new thing. The main limitation here is that it's typically restricted to shorter formats that need to stay tightly anchored to the source documents. Because of that tight anchor, it won't naturally add much personality unless you manually layer in very specific style prompts or human editing later. The fourth category involves voice cloning and leveraging advanced text-to-speech host solutions. 11 Labs is probably the most frequently discussed name in this space right now. You upload a small sample of your voice, and you can then generate entire consistent episodes without ever having to record live again. This is incredibly cool for creators who want to scale their output, but still maintain that singular, recognizable host voice across everything they publish. The limitations here become pretty obvious quite fast. The resulting quality really varies widely depending on the specific voice and accent used. You will often find yourself needing to manually tweak the pacing and pauses to make the speech sound truly natural. Plus, there is the significant ethical and legal conversation regarding voice rights and the need for clear disclosure to your audience. If you decide to go this powerful route, please make absolutely certain you have the correct permissions and strongly consider being transparent with your loyal listeners. It is certainly efficient for production, but it is not yet a magical plug-and-play replacement for content that is authentically human-hosted. Our fifth approach brings us to end-to-end AI production services, which means full automation from initial scripting all the way through to final publishing. Platforms like Jellypod aim to be completely turnkey. You hand over an outline or your source assets, and they truly manage the entire rest of the process. This model is super appealing if your number one priority is having a completely hands-off product for a branded show or internal channel. It can definitely save you a lot of operational time and help you avoid the frustrating back and forth of traditional production schedules. The primary trade-off here involves higher potential cost, less direct creative control, and the risk of sounding homogenized like everyone else's polished output. Alright, so now we finally arrive at the big question. Where does Vizard specifically fit in, and why should you actually care about it? If you create any kind of long-form content, be it webinars, live streams, talks, seminars, or lectures, repurposing that material is the most scalable marketing move you can make. But manually finding the absolute best moments, trimming them with precision, adding captions, resizing, and scheduling is a massive consuming time drain. That enormous pain point is precisely what a specialized tool like Vizard was meticulously built from the ground up to solve. Here is what Vizard specifically does that genuinely matters for content creators trying to scale their social presence. First, it offers auto-editing for those highly engaging, viral clips that you need to find instantly. Vizard scans your long videos and intelligently surfaces the most engaging, shareable moments that truly have hook potential built right in. It doesn't just randomly chop things up, it detects exactly where energy spikes, where punchlines land, or where a clear knowledge nugget is delivered. It then turns those segments into polished, ready-to-post clips that already include necessary formatting. Compared to using a general video editor or relying on manual clip finding, this difference in speed and focus is night and day. Second is the auto-schedule feature, which lets you set your desired posting frequency and then let the AI cue the clips for you automatically. You will never again have to stare blankly thinking, what exactly will I post on Tuesday? Vizard handles the correct cadence and then posts exactly according to the schedule you initially set for it. It is a massive source of relief if you are juggling multiple clients, a heavy speaking schedule, and, having a life. Third, the content calendar provides a single central dashboard where you can manage everything important in one place. You can preview clips, make final tweaks to captions, and publish across all your networks without constantly bouncing between different apps. Automation is powerful, but having that single place to move, clips around and adjust publish times is a serious productivity multiplier for your team. Now, let's compare this directly to the other tools we previously discussed for context. Descript is absolutely brilliant for the core editing and transcription, but it is not built as a social scheduler or a clip finder specialized for long to short repurposing. Wondercraft and GenSpark are fantastic for generating brand new audio content extremely fast, but they don't help you mine your existing long videos for viral highlights. Notebook LM is perfect for turning dense documents into actionable audio lessons, but it cannot slice video highlights automatically. And while 11 Labs gives you excellent voice consistency, it won't automatically create platform-ready short videos complete with captions, hooks, and a publishing plan. So, in the plainest possible terms, Vizard fills the crucial gap that exists between creating your long-form content and actually making it perform well on social media. It is not trying to replace your unique podcast host voice or your highly detailed professional editing suite. It is the dedicated mechanism that takes your long videos and transforms them into social native assets with incredible speed, clips with captions, correct aspect ratios, and a solid posting plan. Here are a few practical ways I genuinely love seeing creators use Vizard in their daily operations right now. You can successfully turn just one single 1-hour live stream into a full week's worth of ready-to-post content. Repurpose dense client training sessions into a continuous drip feed specifically designed for internal employee communication. Instead of those 3 long training videos gathering digital dust, you auto-create bite-sized lessons that staff actually watch on their commute. Create a regular, consistent short-form show from your past podcast video recordings without needing to re-record any segment ever again. Vizard surfaces the best takes and formats them perfectly for high-performing platforms like TikTok, Reels, and YouTube Shorts. You can also test different creative ideas incredibly fast by letting the AI suggest multiple different cuts for the same moment. Run those varied ideas for a week, analyze the simple data, and instantly keep only the ones that demonstrably work best for your audience. Now, let's talk about some candid considerations because, frankly, no AI tool on the market is truly flawless. Sometimes the AI-selected clip needs a bit more context, especially if a line like, "and that's how you do it," leaves viewers completely confused without a lead-in. Also, those auto-generated captions can occasionally miss specific slang or very niche technical terms, so a quick proofread is always wise. Furthermore, if your content heavily relies on visual charts or complex slides, you might need to add framing captions or brief overlays so the clip makes sense even when watched on mute. We must also remember ethics and rights, which are critically important when dealing with other people's voices. When you repurpose an interview, always ensure you have explicit guest permission to publish those specific clips across all your channels. And if you utilize any voice cloning tech or AI-generated voices anywhere, you absolutely must be transparent and fully respect those voice rights. To bring this whole massive discussion to a tidy wrap, AI has opened up a ton of different creation paths for us. Each of these 5 distinct methods, from full automation to hybrid workflows, definitely has its own appropriate place in the ecosystem. If your goal is to keep your unique voice and authenticity but absolutely stop burning hours on tedious editing and cross-posting, the traditional record plus AI editor model is a fantastic choice. If you simply need to pump out a massive volume of faceless audio content as quickly as possible, those purely generative tools are incredibly powerful for that. And if you are sitting on a mountain of dense research documents or internal specs, those document-to-audio tools will absolutely rescue you from obscurity. But here's the definitive key. If your primary, most painful bottleneck is turning long recordings into consistent, high-quality short videos that actually perform on social, that is where Vizard becomes completely indispensable. It truly lives in the essential middle ground. It isn't trying to replace your core creativity, but it makes the distribution part effortlessly simple. Create once, publish everywhere efficiently, and let the AI handle all the boring, repetitive bits while you focus on the big ideas and your audience connection. If you are actively experimenting with AI in your content workflow, try combining approaches for maximum effect. Record your authentic long-form content, let Descript polish the audio quality, then feed that final video into Vizard to generate and schedule all the clips. That specific combo gives you the rare trifecta of creative control, high quality, and necessary scale for modern publishing. Thank you so much for hanging out and listening to this detailed breakdown of the current AI content landscape. If you found any part of this walkthrough even slightly helpful, please share it with a creator friend who is currently drowning in editing tasks. Commit to repurposing just one single long video this coming week. You will be genuinely surprised how many worthwhile clips are secretly hiding inside a single hour of footage. Catch you all in the next video, and until then, happy creating.